So I went down to my mom's this morning because she didn't sound right on the phone. I borrowed my sister-in-law's car. And, since I usually blow things out of proportion, I thought, I'm probably just being me again, just, overthinking, overanalyzing, blowing. I got back to her home, and there was a difference in her speech. There's a difference in she was having more trouble getting up. She was having more trouble walking. She started to get confused by instructions, and she was forgetting small things like her social security number. She couldn't remember things that she usually could just rattle off. So I was trying to, I was observing her for a minute, and I was like, you know what, Mom, really, I think we should probably call the doctor. We should probably go to the hospital. Maybe let's just take a little trip. Let's go. She was like, no, absolutely not, blah, blah, blah. So I sat down, I made her a sandwich, and I'm talking to her, and I run a couple of errands for her. And the entire time, I'm just thinking in my head, am I going to come home, her home? Am I going to get back to her home? What am I going to find? It's bad. It's different. That's not good. We want to be getting better. We don't want to be getting worse here. So, I sat her down, and I was just, when I got home from doing the errands and stuff like that, I was supposed to return my sister-in-law's car at 4, and they live about an hour away. So it was getting later, and I was like, Mom, listen, this is, you're having more difficulty remembering things. You're getting confused. How is, I asked her, how are you feeling? She was feeling very tired. She was feeling sick. And I should have just called 911. I should have just called. So I should have. But no, I don't want to go. Anyway, so I told my dad, who's very hard of hearing, so you have to keep an eye on her. I tried to call, and she started begging me not to, and crying, not tears crying, but very close, and saying that she's never gonna tell me anything again if I call, and that I needed to leave because I had to go give the car back to my sister-in-law. And so I left. The thing is that the occupational therapist was supposed to be there in the morning, and she called a couple of times, just pushing back the appointment. And then the speech therapist, who had never been there, got there at 3:30, and I knew the therapists were coming. So I was like, well, at least, if there's actually a problem, they'll I shouldn't have gone. But, I left a note for them, and they saw the note, and they called the doctor. The speech therapist called me on the phone. She's like, I just want to keep you updated. We saw your note. The occupational therapist is here as well, and she also thinks that, she sees the difference in her strength and her speech, and I'm just gonna keep you in the loop. We called the doctor, and they're gonna call us back, and then they called, they're gonna call us back to tell us what we should do. And then that was the last, when I just got off a second ago, that was the call for the speech therapist lady, again saying, okay, so here's the situation. The doctor told us to call 911, and it's okay. The doctor told us to call 911, and to get her up there and get her evaluated. And, she's like, we're with her. She's had another stroke. She's had another stroke. And that's really bad. So I'm just waiting to hear where they're taking her. And I'm not sure. I should have stayed. I knew it. I knew it. I knew I should have stayed. I knew I should have insisted. Anyway. I'm not gonna panic, though. I'm gonna feel the feelings. All of them. They're all allowed. They're all allowed to come. They're all gonna come, whether or not they're allowed. I have a really big vein in my neck, huh? So the feelings are gonna come. I'm gonna let them be there. But I'm gonna handle it. I'll let you know what happens later.